Well, hello and welcome back to the city of Stalingrad, brothers. This time, we're going to be playing as the Germans, guys, and this first mission is called To Stalingrad. Alright guys, here we go to Stalingrad. We're going to jump right in here with our German forces and have to try and break through the actual Soviet lines here to reach the city. So here we go. After a long march across the endless Russian steppe, our vanguard forces come into contact with retreating Russian troops. According to our reconnaissance, Russians have positioned a large detachment at a settlement called Kutor-Pronin. They have established defenses at the outskirts of the settlement, across the bridge in an advantageous position that is pre-sighted by their anti-tank cannons. General Hube, the commander of the 14th Armored Corps, orders you to attack and eliminate the enemy. Keeping in mind their cannons, it'd be better to attack at the nearby chapel. Alright, so we're going to move along the road that leads to the northeast and then enter the village from the enemy's rear. Understood. Okay, this makes sense. We're pretty much going to go past this, past that bridge. We're going to try to go back this way, if I understand it correctly, and up this way, essentially to the enemy's back. Fighting at the chapel. Well, seems like a good idea to me. Let's see if it actually works. We're going to take our huge army of tanks here, and I'm going to start heading eastwards. Well, actually, the Kubelwagens are great for just scouting the area. We can kind of see what the enemy has here. Oh, we're already taking shots. So definitely enemy armor right there. Let's start engaging. Enemy armored cars, enemy armor, etc. Just get out. Might as well. We're going to get shot up. Come on, boys. Infantry. Send the infantry forward as well. And it looks like we've got a Bren carrier there. We should be able to take that thing out pretty easily. Although he's already engaging our infantry. That's what we want to try and stop, of course. Looks like our men are doing a great push, though, forward. Let me try and push forward with the rest of my armor here. And we've got some additional reinforcements. Who is this guy? A Wehrmacht veteran officer. Interesting. He's got a really cool uniform there. But we're going to bring him to the front line as well. Mostly just enemy vehicle crews hanging out about the place. Let's eliminate them. Sanitäter. He's already asking for medic. Again, I'm really trying to bring up our least important tank, pretty much. Could that be the chapel? See, that's not a chapel. We'll still move up and take a look, but I'm thinking we might even have to go back here. That's the chapel. I see it now. I see it. Alright, makes sense. Makes a lot of sense, actually. So, first things first, I'm going to, of course, get these guys out of the truck. You can already see that other truck has already been pretty badly destroyed. And we're going to send our boys this way, over to the chapel. Come on, brothers. Angriff. Alright, we've got some heavy fire on that position there. It's just a single vehicle crew, but our men are giving them hell. Grab the rest of these tanks, and we'll push them along as well. Nothing is going to stop us. Alright, here we go. Trenches for sure. Trying to see, we don't have any air support, unfortunately. So we really do need to take out the AT guns quickly. Fire, fire, fire. Get the AT gun. Come on, boys. There we go, AT gun down. Now we're just going to focus on enemy infantry and just remove them from the trenches here. We can even mass our own infantry in the trenches, but we really want to destroy theirs. And there we go, we got some T-34s. Looks like T-34s. Take a look over here. No, these are BT-7s, so even their light tanks are terrifyingly accurate against us. Let's stop these Bolsheviks in their tracks. Alright, Mena, forward. I'm going to continue the shooting until they have more tanks advance. I'm going to keep on firing. And of course, the ultimate goal is to try and get into that trench. But I think right now they're going to try to do a Soviet advance to try and get rid of some of our tanks. If they can get close enough, they know they can throw grenades. So they're trying to get just close enough to be effective as an anti-tank unit. Open fire, men. More infantry on the way. And we'll bring the combat engineer forward. This guy's great because he can actually repair some of our tanks. They've taken quite a beating, so I think it's time to try and fix them a little bit.
Einsatzbereit. Jawohl.
Still plenty of units near the chapel, and they can really cause a big problem. So I'm going to push our medium tank up there. Panzerkampfwagen 4.
Zu Dienst.
And I will try to push my infantry over here. We also have some more trenches down here. It's really not a bad idea just to get our infantry units there. We can always pull them out. Although I do want to start engaging these guys. They're going to have an easy shot at our men. Oh, that guy just got ripped in two. Unfortunately, we're getting some pretty nasty anti-tank hits here. I'm actually going to try to move back. Might have to send infantry forward to find out exactly who's firing at us. Alright, in the meantime, let's repair. This would be a good time to have our Kugelwagen so we can see what we're facing. But it doesn't look like that's going to be an opportunity. What I will do instead is try and move infantry up here to try and get a better visual on the enemy. Worst case scenario, we're just going to have to send our boys up and go for the attack immediately. Oh! Oh! Brutal shots there. Absolutely brutal shots. Had to have come from over here. Some sort of anti-tank weapon or potentially a tank.
Erwarte Ihre Befehle. Jawohl, bereit zum Kampf. Erwarte Ihre Befehle.
And I'm just going to continue pushing these guys forward. We've got to try and engage the infantry over there. And obviously we've got to find out who the hell is the anti-tank unit here. Nice. Returning fire. We like to see. If I can actually take their machine gun, if it can actually be used. Or if it can only be turned one way.
Zu Diensten.
Let's go for it. Push. We have no choice. I'd like to keep the combat engineer back, though. Not sure why I decided to push a combat engineer forward.
Einsatzbereit. Zu Befehl. Erwarte Ihre Befehle. Zu Diensten. Erwarte Ihre Befehle.
Massive fire already. Look at that. Look at that. Huge amount of enemies.
Einsatzbereit. Wird gemacht.
Engage, boys, engage. Got a nice firing position here, but so do the enemy forces. Look at that, just continuous fire. What is doing that, man? Has to be some sort of anti-air gun or something that's doing that. It's just devastating. Have no choice, gotta keep pushing. Absolutely have to keep pushing. We might just need to push right past that, actually. Let's get that combat engineer forward. You know what, while we're at it, we shouldn't have kept any of the infantry here. We should bring all of them out and start pushing forward. I'm not sure, man. That was definitely some sort of anti-air cannon. Like a whirlwind, something similar to it. Because it was just continuous fire on that piece of armor. Push back, push back, push back. And I'm going to bring the combat engineer forward to repair this fellow. Hopefully he can get there. But getting through this graveyard, not easy. Actually, pretty tough driving. Fix it.
Zu Diensten.
Be nice to actually get our infantry in that building so we could get a pretty good visual of what's going on across the bridge here.
Infanterie gedeckt.
Erwarte Ihre Befehle.
Preparing it, don't stop.
Erwarte Ihre Befehle. Erwarte Ihre Befehle.
Ivan is still getting right in the middle of everything. Alright, let's get the veteran officer here with the Walter. Hopefully we can get him into this building. Then we'll get a much better visual of what's ahead of us. Go for it, boys.
Attacke! Hier.
Send some of the guys over here, too. Just 2 tanks left, if I'm not mistaken. Wait a minute. Oh, that's right. We got some reinforcements.
Einsatzbereit.
Grab our reinforcements, and just to be safe, I'll push them over here first. Make sure that they're not taking the wrong approach to this area. In fact, just to be extra safe, we should probably push them here first. What do we got? What do we got? Okay, I see the gun. That's what we need to kill.
Erwarte Ihre Befehle. Wird gemacht.
Absolutely need to kill that guy, and fast.
Einsatzbereit. Jawohl.
Hier.
Still send the rest of these guys into the actual building. Again, we can always take them out, but they can deal with any enemies in the vicinity, at least.
Erwarte Ihre
I think for the
Befehle.
actual gun, we're going to have to get quite close. No, look at that. We're actually getting decent shots from just the machine gun. Eliminate that thing, boys. Alright, guys. Reinforcements on the way. 2 Panzer IIIs. I would have been a lot happier with a single Panzer IV, but who am I to, you know, who am I to judge?
Bereit zum
Beggars
Kampf.
can't be choosers, and we're certainly in a begging situation right now. I'll take whatever I can get. Push forward. And we're already damaging that guy. Beautiful. Another shot, and I think that gun is finally down. Just don't want them to reacquire it, and we want to try and engage the enemy infantry in this building.
Erwarte
Let's
Ihre
give them the what for.
Jawohl.
Die haben wir alle erledigt.
Oh yeah. Welcome to the front, boys.
Jawohl.
I love seeing the flashes of our guns at the building. Again, this is a much older game, so it's not as fascinating in this day and age, but back when this game came out, that was just such a cool touch. A really neat little touch there. Alright, so we'll push these guys right through. I think, you know, the rest of our men have been fighting all this way. It's only fair that we send the replacements in to finish the job and let these guys rest a bit, if you can call this resting. Obviously, these guys over here are going to be resting forever. Isn't really much of their choice. They just followed orders. Look at that. Already, I'm spotting another one of those buildings with a lot of enemy infantry in it. And we're going to try
Erwarte
to
Ihre
blow it to
Befehle.
bits.
Einsatzbereit. Erwarte Ihre Befehle. Wird gemacht.
Bring a few of the boys over, but as for the guys that are already in the building, look around, see if there's any food, and best of luck to you guys. Alright, another building down.
Zu Diensten.
Erwarte Ihre Befehle.
Alright,
Wird
men,
gemacht.
go. Go out.
Wird gemacht. Infanterie gedeckt.
We can't forget also that if we start seeing enemy armor, we can take those guns and use it against them. But we've already damaged those guns quite a bit.
Jawohl.
That's the only issue here. You can see the enemy infantry in the trenches there, so they're not expecting an attack from here. We need to make it as quick as possible, obviously destroying buildings like that and looking for any anti-tank positions. Get rid of any infantry. See if the rest of our infantry are moving up. They certainly are. You can see some of our guys have even run out of ammo through this battle. I mean, it's been hectic. It has been very hectic.
Zu Diensten. Munition wird knapp.
Unterwegs.
Lost one of our tanks there. Not a good sign. And I certainly didn't see where the shot came from.
Zu Diensten.
Maybe our infantry will have a better chance.
Bereit zum Kampf.
Also got, look at that, another building. Oh my goodness, I see some tanks. I see the tanks. Engage, engage, engage. And yes, now I really do want to take that enemy gun, if I can. That is a lot of enemy armor on the way. Keep on firing. Bring out the rest of our armor, boys. Come on! Man, that was fast. Gotta stop them here. You can't actually see them. You're gonna have to move out before you can even see the enemy tank. Let's hope that they don't destroy the combat engineer here. But it looks like they're focusing almost entirely on him. There we go. Amazing shot. It even tore through this tank and hit the tree behind it. But do they have more armor? I would guess that they probably do. Man, there we go. Combat engineers down. It's all up to the men that remain here. Let's get that gun. Definitely want to take out the AT guns there. Looks like we made short work of them. The question is, are there any other enemy anti-tank units? And there could be. There definitely could be. For now, we'll just keep on firing here, try and, of course, weaken the enemy, remove them from this area completely, and see if we can't just win the battle. But yeah, I'm definitely taking shots here, and those are coming from a tank or an anti-tank gun. We gotta push forward. Gotta push forward. There we go. I see it. As you can see, that's really the biggest threat to us, so I'm firing at it. Now, ideally, we do what we did with that last building. We try to get as many men in this building as possible, but I think that's going to take quite a while. Keep it going, boys. Shoot away. 2 dead AT guns. I absolutely love it, guys. You guys have had enough time to rest. I'm going to have to ask you to get out of that building. Incredibly, though, look at that. Almost all those guys are out of ammunition. Due to the intense combat here, and we have more infantry just now arriving at the fight. So that building's not going to be useful because, well, we just destroyed it, but we can try to get some of our guys here, or we can go for this building over here, which is very close to the control point. But that's probably the wisest choice. Unless we try to get into that shack. Might as well bring the tank out as well, just to pretty much hasten their demise. But have we succeeded? I don't know yet, guys. I don't want to say for sure yet. Get the feeling we have, and maybe not. Just a very, very tiny Daka there. But it's better than nothing, and if we take over it, I'm just hoping that will pretty much cement our control of this area. Looks like we might still have... Yep, we've got another enemy machine gun, probably another enemy unit with a PPSH, and that's exactly what that is. Good shot. Still not down. Alright, boys, good job. Forward with the tank. Got another infantryman with a Mosin. That is a destroyed group of Germans, or excuse me, of Russians. And there we go, guys. Objective completed. We eliminated the enemy. We are victorious. Man, that's pretty cool. I'm pretty happy because this is easy as the actual Russian mission. In this one, you don't have endless forces. You don't just have to defend an area. You actually need to take it. So there we go, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that battle. And I hope you guys want to see another battle here in the glorious Stalingrad. Make sure to hit that like button, drop a comment down below, and do subscribe to our channel to see more niche strategy games. It really, really does help us when you subscribe. It also helps us if you join as a member for just $5 a month. You can absolutely change a life. The life of a man-child that plays strategy games. Catch you on the next one, folks.